what's up with y'all? I'm still at it, man. It's your boy School. I got some more hot topics for you, man. And to me, this one right here, this one is it's near and dear to me because this right here, this this shows how uh most cultures get it and mine don't. So as you can see, the topic says Korean lady with Mexican food restaurant loses 35% of her business sales due to street vendors, right? Now, it's a small thing that they're not telling you, but let's listen to this and see how this pans out.
Why is a China selling Mexican food?
And they look at me like this. How hurtful is that? Oh, you make me tear. It hurt really bad.
It's here in Southern California.
It don't hurt that. I'm gonna tell you what hurts, okay? It hurts because here's a Korean lady. She can't sell her food. You know what I mean? They not Mexican people ain't respecting that a Korean woman is selling Mexican food, rightfully so. That right there, I respect that about the Mexican community. I do respect that because, hey, man, what you mean? Who? Why would they support a Korean or anyone other than themselves to feed them the food that they make? That just doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, a Mexican is not going to be able to serve a Chinese person Chinese food. The only people you can do that to is the African American. And I want y'all to pay close attention to this one.
People love street food, and you can find street vendors like right behind me almost anywhere. But these small restaurants say these vendors are creating a difficult time for them. They say the competition isn't fair.
Hot chili, large armandiga, okay. Two crispy beef, okay. Side of rice and side of bean. Anything else?
Hot Chili Mexican Food in Granada Hills is a small, long-time family-owned business described by customers as
best kept secret in town. So
Their customers are white folks. White folks will get it. White folks will go purchase it. Even some black people will go in there. Black people will go in there and buy that Mexican food. Excuse me, Korean-made Mexican food. They will go in there and buy it, but Mexicans won't. So, okay, let me finish. Let's finish this.
keep coming back. It's really good.
really good food, but maybe not good enough to survive the street vendor competition. Jenny Pack is the owner of Hot Chili. She says sales are down 35%.
I'm losing. Believe it or not, I'm losing.
About a block away to the north of the restaurant on Balboa, there are 4 sidewalk vendors. To the south, a few more.
Too many. And then nothing I can do. Nothing. Tal vez está un poco más barato.
Employee Elva Hidalgo says street tacos are cheaper because the sellers don't have rent expenses.
I mean, look at that. That's only for like $12 right there.
Christopher
And let me tell you, them street tacos, if you get them from a Mexican, they fire.
I can't help myself. I like good food, okay?
Fire.
Favela is a street vendor in the San Fernando Valley. What about the small business owners who are struggling to compete with all the street
Well,
vendors?
they just need to step up their game and do it better.
If it's a big restaurant, maybe it's a different situation. But like me, I'm still.
That was a Mexican man that they just asked her. He said, "You need to step up your game and do it better." Of course, right? You can step up your game all you want to. You not the Mexicans is not gonna buy food other than their people. It's just not gonna happen. The only people that will do that is black people and white people. Okay, because traditionally there isn't white people food. You know, unless you're talking about shepherd's pie or some shit like that. They eat what we eat, right? So what this lady thought she could do is what historically they've always done in the black communities, which is come in our community, set up shop, and bleed all of the money dry from their community. But this is not happening with the Hispanics. What the Hispanics did, they went and set up all vendors around her. I think they said about 4 of them, and everybody's going to their own people.
Congratulations.
Because one thing about Mexicans is this: if they set up a tent, all they need is a tent and a grill. and a propane tank, and they're gonna sit there all day long, and their people are gonna come support them. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna sit there all day, and I'm telling you, they will make thousands from their own people. It will be a line wrapped all the way around the block. My people in Cali know this, right? And it don't just be Mexicans in that line. It be all kinds of people in that line. But here's the kicker, right? This lady and her people, they own, and you see she has a Mexican working in the shop. They are notorious for this, right? Whatever food they are going to sell, they make sure they have the food that whoever culture that is, they're going to have that person working in that store or whatever restaurant it is. That they're notorious for that.
You know something? You're right.
All of the Louisiana chickens and the fried fish places, Koreans own them. Everything that we eat in California, especially Southern California, we get it from an Asian person. It's an Asian person that runs the spot. Now, they used to have black men back there seasoning it, but once they got the recipe, they fired them. They hired a Mexican and put them in there.
Without a doubt.
California, y'all know what I'm talking about. This lady is not upset that they're not eating the food, because the food, I can guarantee you that food is good. It tastes just like they got a Mexican working there. What Mexicans are not going to do, they are smart enough to know, wait a minute, this is a Korean lady? No, we're not finna, no, mija, let's go. And they're going to patronize their own people. The only people that don't get that is my people.
Are you stupid or something?
That's it. That's the only people that don't get it. Let me explain something to you, right? A black man can set up a barbecue stand. Ain't nobody gonna go get it. It might be a few people out there, but you will never see a black man set up a spot in California and that line be wrapped around the corner with black. First of all, the state officials are gonna shut you down. They're gonna come and they're gonna ask you, what permit do you have to do this? Okay, they don't ask all of them for them permits. They got vendors all around there. The police will keep riding by. They won't sweat them for nothing, right? But if a black person sat right there, they're going to ask him for his permits. He need a permit to get out there and do that. Let's see if you are up to code, if you are able to sell food right here, right? But she's not being able to make the money because Mexicans are looking. And if she was a Mexican, they wouldn't even be having this conversation, because the people would be supporting them. Just like my man said, they need to step their game up. What he's not telling you is, my people are going to support me. This is why I'm in business, because my people support me. Now, if she was selling Chinese food or Korean food, it'd be all Koreans up in there. She'll be supported like that. But they treating her like she a black person selling Mexican food. We all know this in California. If you ride by anywhere and see a Mexican out there, because we even go, we go there. Let me go grab, let me get a couple of them tacos, especially on the Tuesday. What? Please, them tacos be bomb as fuck. But a Korean selling them? Nah. Black people are the only ones that will allow other races of people sell them soul food.
Who does that?
And that's some bullshit.
In a small restaurant, and then I don't think the city really care.
Not only is Jenny dealing with massive competition,
I'm not Mexican. I'm Korean American.
a Korean American selling Mexican food.
Ay, que le dicen que China, que dónde está la China.
Elva says she has personally witnessed rude customers say, quote, "Why is a China selling Mexican food?"
Sometimes
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. And they know this. For them to put this on the news is disingenuous, because they know this. They're not going to support you. The only people that do this dumb shit is black people. They know this. And this should have been an eye opener for black people. But no, I guarantee you, if you go to Inglewood, you go to the Louisiana Chicken, right there in Inglewood off of Crenshaw, soon as you're just north of Manchester, it's a Louisiana chicken spot right there. Asians own it. It be full with black people. If you go to the one in Gardena off of El Segundo in Van Ness, it be full with black people in there, and it's Asians that own it. If you go up now, I think the last time I went to the one on Manchester in Normandy, I think it was some black people in there. I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But the rest of them, the one in Compton, right there off of what is that, Central or Wilmington and Compton Boulevard, Alondra, whatever street that is, it's all Asians. All Asians. Everywhere we get our food is gonna be packed with blacks going in there, and it's gonna be Asians working there. Okay. Now we don't flock to M&M's soul food. When they had M&M's in Carson, it used to be, because Carson was predominantly black back then. So it was really they used to have it jumping at M&M's before my man got killed, the owner got killed. But the M&M soul food right there on what's that, King and Crenshaw, you can get in and out of there. Ain't no line right there. You can get in and out. It's like sex.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
In and out over there. The black people don't flock there because in our mind, we could cook that ourselves, right? But as soon as a Mexican or a Asian cook our food, man, we lined up. We lined up ready to spend our money with them. And that don't make no sense, man. Come on.
They're walking through and I say, hello, hola, ¿cómo estás? And they look at me like this.
How hurtful is that?
Oh,
Shout out to the Mexicans for doing that. Shout out to the Mexicans. You know what I mean? And I have my quarrels with the Mexicans. You know what I mean? But shout out to them for gatekeeping their culture. Shout out to them for that. You know what I mean? Because what you're not going to have is the Asians saying, we created the taco. The burrito is ours. You ain't going to have that. The essays ain't going to allow that. Shout out to them for that. You know what I mean? Because everything we got, everybody else want to take it. And we allow, just like this right here. We allow that. We're not going to support a black man that open up, or a black woman that open up a soul food restaurant, but we'll support them. We'll do. That's why she thinks she could do this, because hey, black people do it. You know what I mean? We sell soul food, and black people make us rich. You know, but the Mexican is not going to do that. Now, we do have our mom and pops like Hawkins. Hawkins is there one. And what's my dude? Bone. I believe Bone family got a burger spot. Is that off of Figueroa or Broadway? One of them. It's a bomb ass burger spot. You know what I mean? But my type of people, we can't really frequent that area that much. You know, but you could get in and out. You know, one of them. But Hawkins, that spot. And what's the other one? It was one over in 11A. They had a real good, but I don't know if it's still there. But Cliffs used to be popping too, but they only service the people in that neighborhood. You know what I mean? Because it's a shame that due to the violent gang history and gang culture in California, that destroyed black businesses. You see, so now Hawkins would make millions if it wasn't for gang violence, right? If it wasn't for that being in the heartbeat of the bounty hunters right across the street from the Nickerson Garden projects, people from everywhere would go get that burger because that shit is good. It's good. It's very tasty, fresh and meaty off of Florence. Bomb. But you gotta be allies with that group that's over there to go over there. Now I will go to Fresh and Meaty every day and don't have to worry about nothing. But Hawkins, it's a different thing. You gotta call in order, and when you pull up, you gotta call to make sure that motherfucker done. You know, you don't want to be standing outside like, I ordered the colossal burger. You don't want to do all that. You gotta get in and out on.
you might commit here. You hurt really bad.
Despite the struggles, Jenny will continue to sell her food for as long as possible.
Hola, hi. ¿Cómo está? Un momento, señora, ¿ok? Gracias.
See, that right there is, you could look at that and say, oh, she's learning the language so she can better assist the culture. But they don't look at it like that. They look at that as disrespect. Bitch, you only learning this so we can give you our money. And people ain't falling for that. You know, people ain't falling for that. I don't even fall for it. When other races, hey, what's up, homeboy? Hey, brother. Nah, man, get out. I'm gonna look at you like you stupid. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. She, como está? You know, they looking at her like, listen, come on now. We not finna buy your shit. You know, we not. Now, some people may go in there and purchase it, but trust me, they people looking at them like, you know, what the fuck is you doing? You know, as soon as they find out, now she got the other lady up in there, you know, the Hispanic lady. That was a smart move to bring the people in. But once they find out, hey, that's her shit, no, they're not gonna come back to that. They're not, and she not gonna be working there for long. Her people gonna get her up out of there. Trust and believe that.
He's hoping city officials will do something to help small businesses like hers.
I gotta survive. I gotta pay rent. I gotta pay tax. I gotta survive.
I'm gonna stop there right there. But culturally, people have been able, I don't care who or what background you come from, culturally, every race of people has been able to come into the Black community and set up shop and get rich off of us. They've been able to do that. Black people cannot do that anywhere. You're not gonna go nowhere. People, your shit will be empty. Right? We don't even support our own. So how we expect for others to support us? The only way people gonna support you, it got to be something that they need desperately, and they better not find out that the Black person is the one selling it, because they gonna try to find out how they can get their people to do that. Just like the Jewish people. Another thing, another group that I respect for financial reasons is the Jews' motto is whatever you need, whether it's food, clothing, shelter, financial, whatever. It's a Jew that makes it or services it. And that's how they ride, right? So if you ask a Black person to take off everything that they have that wasn't produced by a Black person, everybody would be sitting outside naked. That's just some food for thought. But put a comment in there. Comment, man. Is this cool? Should a Korean lady be able to get rich selling Mexican food? You know, because she was able to get rich off selling Black people fried chicken, fried fish, greens, yams. Should they be able to do the same thing to the Hispanics that they do to us because we're ignorant and they're not? You know what I mean? Comment. Let me know. You know what I mean? Am I tripping? Because when I saw this, I said, you know what? Let me see what the people gonna say, because I value the people's opinion. You know, I really value the people's opinion. So hit that like button, subscribe, and more than not, if you don't do nothing, comment and let me know how you feel about this, and see if this is something that's that should be talked about. You know, are the Hispanics tripping for setting up shop right around her though? You know what I mean? I think that was beautiful how they did that. They set up shop right around her. You could look right at where they at. So when Mexicans see, they gonna go to their people first. You know, I think that's beautiful. So hey, comment, man, and I'm gonna holler at y'all.